An excerpt from my company's annual Visions and Goals meeting regarding AI displacement. My company had its annual meeting today. Like most companies, my company laid off a good portion of staff. At our peak, we had 52 engineers, today we have 29. The CIO announced today that while they do not anticipate additional layoffs, they do not plan to replenish engineers on our staff. Instead, the plan to integrate every engineer with Git Copilot X, which uses the latest version of ChatGPT. He stated, "We expect every engineer to pair programs side by side with this AI tool, increasing productivity and code quality. If we are not replacing the 23 engineers we let go, and other companies follow the same suit, this will add up to tons of eliminated jobs from the pool of available jobs." I know this sub hates doom and gloom, but it's hard to not be doom and gloom when companies are starting to act in ways that the doom and gloomers are predicting layoffs and using AI to run with less engineering staff, making it hard for an unemployed engineer to find work. If the limiting factor to your company's productivity is how quickly engineers can type their code, AI sounds like it would work great. But in the real world, most engineers I see spend most of their coding time trying to understand the problem, architect a solution, and develop strategies for testing and debugging that solution. Unless ChatGPT has come a long way since I last used it, it's more or less useless for doing these things. Instead, the plan to integrate every engineer with Git Copilot X, which uses the latest version of ChatGPT. He stated, "We expect every engineer to pair programs side by side with this AI tool, increasing productivity and code quality." Lol. Good luck with that. It's times like these that make me grateful that our CIO isn't a complete imbecile. I think that most of the reduction in work will be temporary. It won't take long for your company to realize that I can't be used to cover the work of half of your entire engineering division. They'll probably regret it sooner or later. This is why I love working at a company where every single boss above me, including the CEO, has been a developer at some point in their career. Yeah. Our company is trying to find ways to integrate AI into our work as engineers. Along with that was an ever-increasing workload and a hiring freeze. What's it like to work for a moron? My company won't allow us to use Copilot due to intellectual property issues. I have found Copilot to be a productivity enhancer when working on unit tests, greener pastures, and new features functions. My company has spaghetti code with strong coupling. Copilot is not super helpful with this sort of code or maintaining it. I am not that concerned about AI taking SWE for now. I bet a lot of companies are going to go this route and realize it was a mistake. Hiring boom in 1 year. Unless you are a very green junior or an intern. Writing code is not the difficult part of this job. It's knowing what to write and for what kind of data. Get ready for the AI bubble. Can we get an update in 3-6 months? In AI's current state, it really reminds of how outsourcing was going to replace all the expensive knowledge workers in the Americas. If we do ever get to the point where AI is capable of novel solutions and can outperform the average educated person, which I sometimes worry might happen soon, I don't think our world in its current state is able to handle it. If 500 million people are suddenly out of work, I fail to see how the economy would continue to work. Then what? Everyone becomes an AI engineer. Everyone goes to the trades. Meanwhile, my company has added over 100 engineers this year. Given your code is now written by a non-human, it is now public domain. Ask your management if that is their intention. Your company is going to go out of business. In 10 years we're going to be tasked with cleaning up all the AI code people copy and pasted into their code base, having no idea how it worked. Well, next interview question: does your company have a CTO or a CIO? You want companies run by the first. Like most companies. Am I living in a bubble or something? Are San Francisco Cupertino most companies? Your company is fucked. I work in a no-name family-run company that has a few crud apps that were made by cheap offshore devs 10 years ago. We have no documentation for our products. Our stacks are ancient. And people in management are non-technical. Recently the CTO said the quiet part out loud: we want you to show us live examples of using AI to make you code faster. It's time to unionize now, folks. Until that day comes, I can't wait until OpenAI suddenly drops the hammer and says anything our products produce is copyrighted by OpenAI. Fuck any company who exploits labor. It's true that AI boosts productivity, but not nearly to the extent of 52-29. Maybe 52-45-10-15 is reasonable. A cut this big, the remaining engineers will have far too much on their plate. They better get a raise then. That is so funny. Copilot, I use it every day, and ChatGPT, those tools will not replace those engineers at all. Your business is like 3 weeks from going under. I suspect maybe time to move. Have you used Git Copilot X? How much code does it generate? As new technology is introduced in the economy, it causes productivity to increase and prices to fall. This leads to consumers having more spending power, and that creates new demand for different and more nuanced products. That's how the economy has been working if you look in the past. For example, in 2010s there was a debate that robots will take all our jobs. What happened to that? Nothing, right? Just more jargon from business types so that they can try to absorb more salaries. I see it all the time. My company says we are doing great all year until it's time for raises and bonuses. Then poof. All of a sudden, we didn't do so great. And my bosses expect us to be happy with a 2 raise and a $100 bonus. I wonder how much of a raise and bonus the executives in our company got. This is what I call having a moron as a leader. Get ready to do significant more work for the same pay and less leverage for a pay raise. Time to jump ship. He stated, we expect every engineer to pair programs side by side with this AI tool, increasing productivity and code quality. If we are not replacing the 23 engineers we let go, and other companies follow the same suit, this will add up to tons of eliminated jobs from the pool of available jobs. It's hilarious that the CIO thinks the bottleneck in productivity is coding speed. In reality, the bottlenecks are communication, technical translation, fractured knowledge, debugging, DevOps, and dumb-ass C-suiters saying we expect everyone to now. Automation that depends on new software has been automating away jobs for decades in many industries. Factory workers, robots, bank tellers, ATM cashiers, Amazon self-checkout, travel agents online, etc., have all been impacted. Now software developers are facing the same situation.